Hello, happy Monday. I'm finally back. So this has been kind of a crazy time. I had a surgery a few months ago, and then so that waylaid me for a few weeks, and then summer hit, and for whatever reason, my August has been insanely busy. We had a little bit of a vacation ourselves, and then I spent about 10 days as essentially an Airbnb for people that were coming in from out of town. So at any rate, I'm back. And in the past, I would say 6 to 8 weeks, I've had a whole bunch of people in my immediate sphere that are switching to a plant-based whole foods diet. I'm not going to say vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian. Some of them there's a good chunk of them doing each of those things. But as such, I've gotten a lot of phone calls with questions while they're at Costco shopping and hey, I read this recipe, what is this? And it reminded me of when I very first went vegan in 2011 and reading recipes and not having a clue what a lot of this stuff was. And some of it's really, really easy. But if you've never heard the word, you don't know. You don't know what it is. So I'm going to go through short little snippet videos of what these things are for the next couple weeks, and then probably some tips and tricks and kind of how things work with vegan recipes, because I've been at it a while. So if you're doing anything plant-based whole foods, mostly you're going to use, I always consider vegan as a base. You can add grilled chicken. You can add an egg. You can throw whatever you want on top of a vegan recipe, but if you're dealing with something that's high allergen and you're looking for that no dairy, no meat base, finding a vegan recipe as your foundation is a great place to begin. So the first one, today's little snippet of what is it, is actually really easy. If you do a lot of cooking, some of these are going to be really obvious for you, and that's okay. I mean, it's not for everybody, but this is one of the ones that I was tripped up on because I had never heard it called either of these things. It can be called tamari or shoyu, Shoyu. I've seen it both ways in different recipes, and guys, what it is, you're gonna love this. It is gluten-free soy sauce. That's it, it's soy sauce. So I've got a couple samples here because I have a variety of different kinds. So the first one is actually by Sanjay. This is my favorite gluten-free sauce brand. This one is called Tamari. I don't know why there's gluten in soy sauce, other than I think they use it as a little bit of a binding agent, or possibly in the way it's brewed, I'm not sure, but traditional soy sauce by Kikkoman or whoever you use has gluten. So this is a brand that none of their sauces have gluten, is Sanjay. So this is one of my favorites. I have celiac, so I have to be gluten-free, so this is one of my go-tos. So we have Tamari. Tamari tastes just like soy sauce because it is gluten-free soy sauce. That's it. On that same note, I had to try it because I grew up eating Kikkoman. This was a brand that I was familiar with as a kid. And they now have in the blue label, this is their gluten-free soy sauce. It tastes exactly like Kikkoman soy sauce. So if that's something that you're used to, they make it now. That's relatively new to find that brand. Some other alternatives are Bragg's liquid aminos. You can tell I use this because it's all but gone, this bottle. This is still soy based and it is gluten-free also. So difference is this one doesn't taste like soy sauce per se. It's more, to me, I think of this as kind of like a liquid salt. So it works in place of a soy sauce, but it doesn't have that same kind of bite and tang that a soy sauce does. And then there's another option out there if you really wanted to get away from soy, if that's something you're working on. We have coconut aminos. There are different brands of those. Bragg's has a coconut aminos as well. This one is from Trader Joe's. Coconut aminos are gluten-free. They're based from coconut, not from soy is the base. They tend to be a little sweeter. I think of them more as a teriyaki style concept more than a soy sauce per se, but they're also really delicious. So you have some options. Where to find them in the grocery store? Same shelf as the soy sauce. They're all going to be together. So wherever you find your soy sauce, now they call them either Asian foods or international foods aisles, is where to look to find that. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, That is tamari. Have a great day.